Hello, and welcome to Scene through 5 of Romeo and Juliet. Here we go. Friar Lawrence enters. Romeo, come out, you frightened man. Trouble likes you, and you're married to disaster. Romeo enters. Father, what's the news? What punishment did the prince announce? What suffering lies in store for me that I don't know about yet? You know too much about suffering. I have news for you about the prince's punishment. Is the prince's punishment any less awful than doomsday? He made a gentler decision. You won't die, but you'll be banished from the city. Ha! Banishment? Be merciful and say death. Exile is much worse than death. Don't say banishment. From now on you are banished from Verona. You should be able to endure this because the world is broad and wide. There is no world for me outside the walls of Verona except purgatory, torture, and hell itself. So to be banished from Verona is like being banished from the world, and being banished from the world is death. Banishment is death by the wrong name. Calling death banishment is like cutting off my head with a golden axe and smiling while I'm being murdered. O deadly sin! O rude and unthankful boy! You committed a crime that is punishable by death, but our kind prince took sympathy on you and ignored the law when he substituted banishment for death. This is kind mercy, and you don't realize it. It's torture, not mercy. Heaven is here because Juliet lives here. Every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy animal that lives here can see her. But Romeo can't. Flies are healthier and more honorable and better suited for romance than Romeo. They can take hold of Juliet's wonderful white hand, and they can kiss her sweet lips. Even while she remains a pure virgin, she blushes when her lips touch each other because she thinks it's a sin. But Romeo can't kiss her or hold her hand because he's been banished. Flies can kiss her, but I must flee the city. Flies are like free men, but I have been banished. And yet you say that exile is not death? Did you have no poison, no sharp knife, no weapon you could use to kill me quickly? Nothing so disgraceful except banishment? O friar, danged souls use the word banishment to describe hell. They howl about banishment. If you're a member of the divine spiritual order of men who forgive sins, and you say you're my friend, how do you have the heart to mangle me with the word banishment? You foolish madman, listen to me for a moment. Oh, you're just going to talk about banishment again. I'll give you protection from that word. I'll give you the antidote for trouble, philosophy. Philosophy will comfort you, even though you've been banished. You're still talking about banished? Forget about philosophy. Unless philosophy can create a Juliet or pick up a town and put it somewhere else, or reverse a prince's punishment, it doesn't do me any good. Don't say anything else. Oh, so madmen like you are also deaf. How should madmen hear if wise men can't even see? Let me talk to you about your situation. You can't talk about something that you don't feel. If you were as young as I am, if you were in love with Juliet, if you had just married her an hour ago, if then you murdered Tybalt, if you were lovesick like me, and if you were banished, then you might talk about it. You might also tear your hair out of your head and collapse to the ground the way I do right now. Romeo falls to the ground. You might kneel down and measure the grave that hasn't yet been dug. Knocking from off stage. Get up. Somebody's knocking. Hide yourself, good Romeo. I won't hide unless all the mist from my heartsick groans envelops me like a fog and conceals me from people's searching eyes. Knocking. Listen, they're still knocking. To the person at the door. Who's there? To Romeo. Romeo, get up. They'll arrest you. To the person at the door. Hold a moment. To Romeo. Get up. Knocking. Run and hide in my study. Just a minute. For the love of God, why are you being so stupid? I'm coming. I'm coming. Knocking. Why are you knocking so hard? Where do you come from? What do you want? From off stage. Let me come in, and I'll tell you why I came. I come from Lady Juliet. Opening the door. Welcome, then. The nurse enters. Oh, holy friar, oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's husband? Where's Romeo? He's there on the ground. He's been getting drunk on his own tears. Oh, he's acting just like Juliet, just like her. Oh, painful sympathy. What a pitiful problem. She's lying on the ground just like him, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand up, stand up if you're really a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand up. Why should you fall into so deep a moan? Nurse! Ah, sir, ah, sir. Well, death is the end for everybody. Were you talking about Juliet? How is she? Does she think that I'm a practiced murderer because I tainted our newfound joy by killing one of her close relatives? Where is she? How is she doing? What does my hidden wife say about our ruined love? Oh, she doesn't say anything, sir. She just weeps and weeps. She falls on her bed and then starts to get up. Then she calls out Tybalt's name and cries Romeo. Then she falls down again. She's calling out my name as if I were a bullet murdering her, just like I murdered her relative. Tell me, Friar, in what part of my body is my name embedded? Tell me so I can cut it out of myself. He draws his dagger. Hold on, and don't act out of desperation. Are you a man? You look like a man, but your tears make you look like a woman. Your wild actions resemble the irrational fury of a beast. You're a shameful woman who looks like a man, or else an ugly creature who's half man, half beast. You have amazed me. I swear by my holy order, I thought you were smarter and more rational than this. Have you killed Tybalt? Will you kill yourself? And would you also kill your wife, who shares your life, by committing the sin of killing yourself? Why do you complain about your birth, the heavens, and the earth? Life is the union of soul embodied through the miracle of birth, but you would throw all that away. You bring shame to your body, your love, and your mind. You have so much natural talent, but like someone who hoards money, you use none of your talent for the right purpose. Not your body, not your love, not your mind. Your body is just a wax figure without the honor of a man. The love that you promised was a hollow lie. You're killing the love that you vowed to cherish. Your mind, which aids both your body and your love, has mishandled both of them. You're like a stupid soldier whose gunpowder explodes because he's careless. The things you were supposed to use to defend yourself end up killing you. Get up, man. Your Juliet is alive. It was for her that you were almost killed earlier. Be happy that she's alive. Tybalt wanted to kill you, but you killed Tybalt. Be happy that you're alive. The law that threatened your life was softened into exile. Be happy about that. Your life is full of blessings. You have the best source of happiness to enjoy. But like a misbehaved, sullen girl, you're whining about your bad luck and your love. Listen, listen. People who act like that die miserable. Go be with your love, as it was decided at your wedding. Climb up to her bedroom and comfort her. But get out of there before the night watchmen take their positions. Then you will escape to the city of Mantua, where you'll live until we can make your marriage public and make peace between your families. We'll ask the prince to pardon you. Then we'll welcome you back with 20,000 times more joy than you'll have when you leave this town crying. Go ahead, nurse, give my regards to your lady, and tell her to hurry everybody in the house to bed. I'm sure they're all so sad that they'll be ready to sleep. Romeo is coming. Oh, Lord, I could stay here all night listening to such good advice. Educated men are so impressive. Speaking to Romeo, my lord, I'll tell my lady you will come. Do so, and tell my sweet to be ready to scold me. Here, sir, this is a ring she asked me to give you. Hurry up, it's getting late. She gives Romeo Juliet's ring. The nurse exits. This makes me feel so much better. Now get out of here. Good night. Everything depends on this. Either be out of here before the night watchmen take their positions, or leave in disguise after daybreak. Take a little vacation in Mantua. I'll find your servant, and he'll update you now and then on your case as it stands here. Give me your hand. It's late. Farewell. Good night. I am off to experience the greatest joy of all, but still it's sad to leave you in such a rush. Farewell. Enter Capulet, Lady Capulet, in Paris. Things have turned out so unluckily, sir, that we haven't had time to convince our daughter to marry you. Listen, she loved her cousin Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were all born to die. It's very late. She won't be coming downstairs tonight. Believe me, if you weren't here visiting me, I myself would have gone to bed an hour ago. These times of pain are bad times for romance. Madam, good night. Give my regards to your daughter. I will, and I'll find out what she thinks about marriage early tomorrow. Tonight she is shut up in her room, alone with her sadness. Sir Paris, I'll make a desperate argument for my child's love. I think she'll do whatever I say. No, I think she'll do all that and more. I have no doubt about it. Wife, visit her in her room before you go to bed. Tell her about my son Paris's love for her, and tell her, listen to me, on Wednesday. Wait, what day is today? Monday, my lord. Monday, ha ha! Well, Wednesday is too soon. Let it be on Thursday. On Thursday tell her she'll be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you think it's a good idea to rush? We shouldn't have too big a celebration. We can invite a friend or two. Listen, because Tybalt was just killed, people might think we don't care about his memory as our relative if we have too grand a party. Therefore, we'll have about half a dozen friends to the wedding, and that's it. What do you think about Thursday? My lord, I wish Thursday were tomorrow. We'll go on home. Thursday it is, then. To Lady Capulet. Visit Juliet before you go to bed. Get her ready, my wife, for this wedding day. To Paris. Farewell, my lord. Now I'm off to bed. Oh my! It's so late that we might as well call it early. Good night. They all exit.